What is the point of having animals if you don't get to annoy them while they're sleeping? So yeah, we're gonna jump in the car right now, looking for some like little edging, like finger tiles. I think Listello, they're called Listello tiles, to go on the edge of the tile where it meets the wall, and also on the edge of that hob wall. We've got to go to the industrial area, which has a bunch of different tile shops and kitchen shops. We need to buy a bunch of stuff for the kitchen, to tell the cabinet maker what we're gonna need, and see what we can find. We just got home from shopping and we had such a good trip. We actually found everything that we were looking for. We got a kitchen sink, a pot filler, a tap for the kitchen, and we even found some of those edging tiles. Of course, we somehow bought more plants from Bunnings while we were out there that we didn't really need. So Danny's out in the garden sorting those out at the moment. We've had a really bad year with carrots this year. I think we've only had one set of seeding that actually took off, and that's nearly done. We don't really know what's happened, but here's Danny trying again. And he's got 3 different types of seeds in there. And we're using this plastic to keep it covered and try and keep them moist until they germinate. It's such a cliche to say, oh, nothing tastes as good as what you grew yourself. But unfortunately, something like potatoes actually does taste heaps better when we grow it ourselves, even though they're not that expensive in the supermarket. I guess kind of everything is getting more expensive these days in the supermarket. But anyway, we're planting some potatoes, and Danny really likes planting the Dutch creams, and I really like eating those. So whenever we can get a couple of those seed potatoes, we always get in there. Puts together soil with some compost and adds some amendments, gets it all patted down and ready for watering. It's time. Glue, got 1, 2, 3, and a bucket of glue. Alright, let's get this scrap cleaned up. Very happy. Very, very happy. What a mighty good man. A mighty, mighty good man. Makes me so happy to see him happy in the garden. Look at him, what's he doing? Putting zucchinis in. Well, Daniel in its natural habitat. He enjoys growing things and planting them and caring for them. And then one day, his young will grow up and he will eat them. Hello? Yes, I'll go do some work, all right. Stop hounding me. If it looks a bit hazy, that's probably because it is. So I just finished sanding all these walls, and what I was really interested in is how this wall came up, particularly this section and these screw holes, because the vanity only comes up 900, which means we need then a little bit of backsplash. But the height of the vanity plus the backsplash that I ideally wanted ends in this plastering line. And so with the wet area plaster, it's like a it's not a very nice like finishing plaster. So I was wondering if I could get this nice and smooth with regular plaster so that we could have the tiles finish, you know, at the ideal height. And it's turned out really nicely. So I think we can just put a topping coat on, and then that'll take 24 hours to dry. Then we can sand that, and then we can prime and paint. And we picked that nice red, like mahogany kind of color. So I think it's going to be really good. This wall and the other wall need a second base coat before they can then have the third topping coat. But there's no reason to get on with this one. Glad to see the PPE's in.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Yeah, good.
What you working
on? Just straightening out these walls. The old hardwood studs are very uneven, so use the straight edge to come across and see where the gaps are or where the bulges are. Put some packing in, shave it down with a planer if you need to.
It's dirty work.
So yeah, get it all nice and straight, so when we put the plasterboard on, it doesn't go all wavy. Well, this one particularly in the corner was curved out. Because I can't get anything in to plane it, I'm then going to sort of bring these out a little bit to match. And then where this structural plywood is, that comes out 4mm. So then that throws everything out. So it's just get everything to match. So it's within 2 or 3mm, nice and flat.
And is this going to be in every room?
Yeah.
Oh. It's going to take ages.
Yeah.
Good job.
So this is done. Put the insulation in. Ready for plasterboard in this wall and then onto the next wall.
Alright, coffee break. You know how there's like a tool or a gadget for everything, and most of them are a scam? This one's actually really good. Getting a little corner trowel in, so good. Reduces heaps of sanding too.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
Oh, well, you know, you're welcome to listen as well. So we finished plastering in here. So that's got third coat on it, and the vanity will end about here. And then these walls have 2 coats, which is good. And so Danny still has to finish the door jamb and then put the architrave on. So we'll finish plastering when that's done. Then we'll be able to paint. And these tiles will dry soon that we put on yesterday. And we'll be able to keep tiling up here. And once we get to the roof, we want to tile to the cornice. So we haven't decided on the cornice yet. So we'll eventually tile up to the shower rose so we can get the plumber back in to fit that off. And then we'll choose the cornice, and then I'll finish the tiling up to the cornice. So we've got a lot of work yet. And then all the plastering on the ceiling. Got to put the fan in. Still got to finish plastering, tiling this wall. It's going to keep us busy. But it's just after 12 now, so we're going to go have a break, have some lunch. Going to make some little rice paper rolls. How's your morning?
Yeah, good.
You up to much?
No, just straightening the walls.
Oh, you did the gardening too.
Gardening.
That was good.
Planted some stuff.
Alright, coffee and I'll make you lunch?
Yep, that's good.
You see it on it.
It finally stopped raining long enough and stopped being windy for long enough to justify getting to doing the eaves. We've got to do this whole side of the house that I need to caulk all the trim that Danny's already put up, and then we need to let that dry and then paint it, and that's going to take a little while because I'm not getting back together with those decorator's trestles again. Heights are definitely not my favourite thing, and like getting up and down on this ladder was precarious at best and really not my favourite thing to be dealing with in this afternoon. You know, am I even really a strong, independent woman if I don't struggle with something that I really could have just asked for help with and possibly reduced the risk of potential injury that could have occurred with me trying to carry the ladder on my head but also on my hands, and also without being able to see where I'm going, and also with the risk of destroying the new and expensive windows that we had put in. I went up to get a new tube of cork and it turns out I'm good at sports now. This was the last project of the afternoon, and as the sun went down, it still wasn't done, so we'll come back to it next week.
Boss ass.
Fuck. How? Oh. Worth it.